Greetings, Henry.
What's that dog you have here? He looks familiar.
Don't you remember him? It's Mart, the butcher's dog from Skalitz.
Ah, of course. When I went back to bury my parents, he was guarding his master's dead body. A faithful dog. How come he's here?
When we carted you here, we took Mutt along too. He's been hanging around the mill ever since.
How's he doing?
A lot better now. I slipped him something good now and again when Uncle wasn't looking.
He won't starve to death then. What does the miller have to say about it?
He can't stand him.
How's that?
Every time he sees him, he starts shouting that he's a useless mouth to feed and that he'll skin him.
Jesus.
And it didn't even soften his heart when Mutt brought a hare from the woods. He was happy to eat it, but it didn't change his mind.
I could have a word with him.
That would be a waste of time.
Does he obey you?
Me? Not much. He's got a mind of his own, and I'm just not strict enough.
Ah, spoilt then.
No, he just hasn't learned many commands. But he's well able to beg for a piece of meat.
How long has he been with you?
More or less since we came here. He runs off now and again, but he always comes back. Sometimes I don't see him all day. I think he likes to go wandering.
So he's doing quite well then?
Yeah. I'd keep him, but he reminds me too much of Tinker, you know? I don't want to think about Skalitz. So I thought maybe you might take him with you?
Me?
I'm sure the two of you would get on great. He's a handsome fella and lovable. I'd be very happy if you had him.
But we never had a dog at the smithy. We never needed one.
Come on. He's got no one.
I don't know.
Oh, come on.
All right. I'll take him. He can keep me company on my travels.
Thanks, Henry. Go and get him then. He's sniffing around somewhere here.
So, how have you been?
I can't stop thinking about Skalitz.
I know. It was hell. But life has to go on. Why not clear your head and try to forget about it? At least for now.
What do you mean?
Do you feel like a walk?
That's not a bad idea. I've got lots to do right now. But I'd love to go another time. Will you come and see me again?
As her ladyship commands?
You jester.
Matthew and Fritz send their regards.
They survived. My God, I'm glad. They helped me out a lot. And where did you see them?
In Sasau. I bumped into them in front of the tavern. Where else?
And how are they doing?
They're doing fine. The monks brought them back to health. But they don't have work, and they're in debt. You wouldn't happen to know of any jobs going for two lazy carpenters?
Not here. And I think it will be the same in all of Ratai. It's overcrowded with refugees, and they're all looking for work.
That's bad. Those two need work badly. To keep them out of mischief. You know what they're like.
I do indeed. Try the mills in the smaller hamlets.
Hey, lad.
The miller in the Dechko
Don't
is
want a
old.
little wager
Maybe
on
he
the
could use some
Rattay
strong
for me?
hands.
I will. Thanks. I'd like to know... So, how'd you like it in Rattay?
It's a big town with good strong walls, so I suppose we're safe here. And they took us in our hour of need, but for how much longer? They'll grow tired of us soon enough.
What do you think of the Lord here, Sir Hanush?
He comes from the glorious line of the Lords of Lipa. Folks say he's a bit hot-headed, but he took us in, so he must be a good Christian.
Who's this Sir Hans Capon?
He's actually the real Lord of Rattay, and Sir Hanush is only his guardian, because Sir Hans is underage and his father is dead. Folks say he's a spoilt young pup with an eye for the lasses.
How are the Skalitz folk getting on?
They're alive, that's the main thing. They have shelter, but they're just scraping by. Rattay citizens aren't happy the town is full of beggars who don't look like leaving anytime soon.
Do you know anything about those human rapists? About... you know?
They came to Hungary from God knows where, and now they... well, folk tell awful stories about them. I hope I never see them again.
That's all.
God bless you. What troubles you?
I'd like to enroll in the big...
You'll have to wait a few days until Sir Hanush announces another one.
May the Lord watch over you.
Did I tell you about my wife's lately?
No, I didn't know she did that.
She only started
God be with you. What can I do for you?
How does life in Rattay suit you?
And them Rattay folk would rather drive us out of here. They won't give us no work, and they won't let us beg. So what are we supposed to do? Fucking
Did you find out what actually happened?
They say Sigismund is at war with the Czech lords and abducted the king. And our lord sides with Wenceslas. Good luck to you.
God save?
Is there someone here who can compete with...
Sure. There's always arrows flying. How good are you with a bow? So I can find you a suitable opponent.
I reckon I can take on the best.
Bold words. Well, we'll see, we'll see. The best archers shoot 21 arrows. Splendid. Here's some arrows for you. But you can use your... Meanwhile, I'll round up the Take... Right. I told you. Farewell.
Greetings, good knight.
I was feeling lucky.
St. George, guide my hand. Now you.
I'll have a beer.
My pleasure.
Please, bring me something to eat.
That'll do me. That's it.
Here. The wife was just a while ago. Bloody hogs.
We'll see. What the hell's with these damn dice? Oh, no! This'll be the one. Cursed luck. Now you. Why, oh why didn't I quit while I was ahead?
My humble greetings. How may I help you?
You've been working at the mill for a while now, haven't you?
Pretty long. Why'd you ask?
I heard there's a possibility of finding work here for 2 talented carpenters.
That depends on how talented they are.
I'd say they're talented enough.
We'll soon see. But go talk to the miller about it, all right?
Of course. Is the miller very strict?
The miller isn't, but his foreman doesn't give the workers anything for free, besides kicks and insults.
Well, hopefully that won't happen. They're good men.
I'll be happy if that's true. Good luck, then.
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
Teresa, the millmaid, sent me. She said you could use some help.
Some extra pairs of hands would be useful. What do you have in mind?
My friends, 2 survivors of Skalitz, are looking for work.
And why should I take them?
They're experienced carpenters.
Why not? Carpenters would be helpful. There's a lot of work here at the mill, and I'm not as spry as I used to be. Thomas, my foreman, tries his best, but he ain't up to that kind of work. But they aren't idlers and drunks, are they? I only take in people who are willing to do hard, honest work.
Miller, you know me. Everyone around here knows me. And you also probably know that I work for Sir Radzig Cobbler.
Really?
Really? And I'll be very grateful if you do this for me. I know how to reward those who help me.
I know. People around here know you. Tell them I'll give them a chance. We'll talk about pay and a roof over their heads when they get here.
May the Lord watch over you.
Want to earn a bit of coin? There's plenty of coin in it. You're not averse to a bit of profit, are you? Quick! Quick, before he gets away!
I'll slay you, you scum! And all you...
What's going on there?
What the hell do you think you're doing hurting people like that? We won't. This definitely won't come cheap.
Who's that?
Oh well, what can I do?
All right. Just...
My respects to you. Take care now.
Can you show me how to repair armor and...
Certainly.
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right, but it... Now, pay close attention. May the Lord...
Asparagus, they'll cut you in half.
waking me? Go away. Why are you waking me? Go away.
The miller and Ledechko would be happy to meet you.
You really found work for us?
Of course. Couldn't bear to look at those sour faces of yours a moment longer.
Thanks, Henry. Only...
What?
The reward we talked about, well, we haven't got 2 groschen to rub together.
Nah, that doesn't matter. You'll pay me when you have it.
That we will. Stop by and visit us in a week. We'll pay you back as soon as we get our first wage.
I'd like you to teach...
Certainly.
I'd like to practice...
All right, but it'll... Now, pay close attention. See you later.
Hey!
The monastery wants you to pay for treatment.
Leave it be, Hal.
I won't. What happened?
But don't get involved, Henry.
Wait, who exactly did you pummel?
Well, he kept on bothering us and... in a nutshell...
But couldn't there be a way to settle it? Maybe...
There isn't.
All right, if you...
Goodbye.
God be with you.
You wouldn't happen to know about a brawl that happened here not long ago. Apparently it involved 2 carpenters who were being treated here. And they were fighting with a monk?
A monk? I've no idea. Take care now.
Johanka?
Henry?
I'm glad to see you.
Me too. I heard that you're doing well.
Well, that depends.
You're alive. So you're doing well.
What's happening here? Oh my god. Philip and... they're all...
Yes. Where do you think the wounded ended up?
Actually, I had no idea.
Well, now you know. Me and Nicodemus have been trying to keep things under control since Skalitz was raised. Just the 2 of us.
So can I help at all?
Certainly. We can always use an extra pair of hands here. And it's been like that since the beginning.
I was in a bad way myself back then. They took me to Rattay unconscious, and I needed a healer. How is everyone holding up? What can I do?
Holding up? People here are dying, usually needlessly, and I can't do anything about it. We don't have enough food or space or anyone who's willing to help us.
Doesn't anyone help you with nursing these people? You've got scholars all around you.
Scholars, maybe, but they leave the healing up to God. Nicodemus is trying, but everything he knows is from his books.
Can I have a look at them myself? I know a little about healing.
Do you now? And what would you do if you burnt yourself at the forge?
First, you have to cool it down with water. Marigold ointment helps, and it's better if you don't bind it and let it breathe.
You do know what you're talking about. Looks like blacksmiths know about more than just pulling teeth.
Pulling teeth? Nothing to it. As long as you don't squeeze the pincers too hard and crush them.
Well, go and see if anyone needs anything. Just don't go pulling anyone's teeth.
Doesn't the monastery care for them?
They give us some food for them and a place to sleep, but I wouldn't say they help exactly. More like they just tolerate us.
Do you have enough food?
Enough to survive, maybe. But convalescents need feeding up.
Maybe if I brought some meat, some game, that would strengthen them up.
That would be a great help.
Anything else you need?
Look around.
Well, it is a little crowded.
Crowded? I've had to leave some of the sick lying in the open air, even at night. And have you seen what they're lying on?
I'll try to negotiate better conditions with the monastery.
I tried that, out loud. They just nod their heads, but don't move a muscle.
Very well. And how are you doing? You're the only woman here, alone in the monastery.
Some of the monks speak to me, but other people act like I don't exist. Too bad the custodian isn't one of those.
Is the custodian causing you problems?
All the time. Apparently he has a wife somewhere, but that doesn't stop him. He's constantly strutting around in front of me.
And, what else?
What do you mean, what else? He's invited me to his home.
I could do something about it, if you liked.
No, I can deal with him. The last thing I need is you going around threatening people. It won't help me, and it definitely won't help the refugees.
Why is there a guard outside?
He's here because of me.
Because of you?
Yes. There was one time I just had enough of it all, of the way they treat us, and I almost slapped one of... But that doesn't matter.
What can you tell me about the custodian?
He's supposed to be in charge of all the guards and the security of the monastery. But really, he has a say in pretty much everything, including supplies. And that's why he probably thinks he can do whatever he wants.
All right, that's all I need to know.
Look, Henry, I know I can speak harshly, but I'm at the end of my tether. Last week, Bohuslav died. Maybe you knew him. And nobody even blinked an eye. We desperately need help.
I'll do whatever's in my power. You wouldn't happen to know what Fritz and Matthew did here, would you?
Don't even talk to me about that. They weren't badly injured compared to most of the others here, and after lying in bed for a while, they got bored. So they started drinking. I'm trying to help people in dire need, and the two of them are drinking! With that cretin, Elias.
They always have been thoughtless, but at least they were punished for it. Who is this Elias, anyway?
One of the ordinal monks who helps out here. He was the one who brought the booze. All three of them got friendly pretty fast. You know what they say about birds of a feather.
And do you know what got between them?
I don't have a clue. One minute they're the best friends in the world, and then a lot of yelling and furniture flying around. They threw Fritz and Matthew out straight afterwards.
What kind of person is this Elias?
A timid kind of fellow.
And why is he being so hard on Fritz and Matthew? They're drowning in debt because of him, and it seems all they had was a small fight.
I don't know. He was the one who wanted to befriend them in the first place. I don't believe it's because of any property damage they did. It's got more to do with wounded pride.
Thank you. That's all I need.
Magical.
Carrots and apples picked today to put a smile on your face.
Yeah. Could be very far, far away, could be very far here I'll stay.
My respects to you.
Good day to you. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Good health to you.
Henry, how are...
I brought some meat.
Thank you, Henry. Rich food will definitely help.
Please, help me.
Good luck, then.
He just needs to sleep.
Christ above!
What are you making such a fuss about?
A fuss? Because of my leg, I have to stay here for at least another week. Hurts like fuck. And with everyone else moaning and groaning all night, I can't get any sleep.
Maybe I can make you something to help you sleep.
Oh, then for God's sake, do...
May the Lord watch over you.
These wounds have been well taken care of. Philip, from Skalitz. I don't see any wounds, but he's shaking terribly.
Help me.
He's not reacting. But all I can see that's wrong with him is his leg. I have to ask Johanka. Everything here is fine?
What do you want?
You're not from Skalitz?
No, but please help me. I can't stay here.
What happened to you?
I was working on the building when the scaffolding up by the roof collapsed underneath me.
Well, and you're very lucky you survived at all.
Yes, that's what everyone tells me.
But it's no use being alive if all I can do is lie here like a wet sack of barley.
Well, you're pretty battered, but I don't see anything that a few weeks' rest can't fix.
Weeks? My God, I have to get back to work sooner than that.
What's the problem? Why can't you stay until you heal?
I have a family. I'm poor. It's only thanks to the building work that we can survive. And the master told me, if I don't come back in a few days, then I shouldn't come back at all. And where can me and my wife go then? Who'll take us in? We'll end up living in the woods, where any bandit or ruffian can set on us.
Is there anything I can do to help? It looks like they took care of your wounds.
When I was little, my father got trampled on by a horse, and an old hag from the village gave him some kind of purple herbs for it. And he got better very quickly.
And do you remember what the herbs were?
I don't. But there's supposed to be the whole cursed knowledge of the world in this place. Something has to be written about it. A herbarium. Anything.
I'll try to find something.
Thank you. Thank you.
Take care.
That's you.
You look all right?
Mostly, but my leg still hurts.
Did the humans wound you?
That's what I tell the ladies. Truth is, I did myself a mischief while I was running away.
And do they rebandage it for you?
Occasionally. They told me they don't have enough bandages.
Well, that's no use. Those bandages need changing. I'll get some.
Good luck to you.
Everything here is fine. I'm not needed here. He just needs to sleep. These wounds have been well taken care of.
For the love of God! What have you been doing?
What's wrong with that man by the altar? He doesn't look wounded, but he's really pale. He doesn't react at all.
He had a broken leg. A bad one. The bone had come right through the skin. We tried to straighten it, but I don't know if we did it right. I'm not holding out much hope for him. I've seen folk in that state before, and it didn't end well.
My God! There has to be something we can do.
And what do you suggest? The monks won't help, and I don't know anyone else who can.
Well, I can try. I'll straighten his leg.
You?
I'll give it a go. It's not like I can make it any worse.
So you don't know anything? Don't even think about touching that poor man.
What about the executioner from Ratai? He usually breaks bones, but he might know something about mending them too.
The executioner? Even if you could persuade him to come, they'll never let him in here.
Well, maybe it would be enough if he advised me and then I tried...
Look, do whatever you want. I have to go and take care of the others.
One of the sick men, Semek, is complaining about pain and the fact he can't work. He says he...
Semek? Is he one of our people?
No, he's a construction worker. He's bruised and confined to...
Henry, for God's sake, our neighbours are dying here. Your friends. There isn't time to waste on some construction worker's bruises. Oh, honestly, what were you thinking?
Listen, all I need to find out is the name of a herb.
Then go and look it up in a book. You've got your own herbarium, haven't you?
What happened to Philip?
Poor man. There was nothing wrong with him, and now he's getting worse every day.
But do you know why?
Maybe. He didn't run away from Skalitz, you see. He hid for days, among the corpses. If he got poisoned...
But what can we do?
Us? Nothing. Only Father Simon might have been able to save him. He knew a lot about poisons.
But I found him. He preaches in a church in Rovna.
He's alive. Then talk to him. Good luck then.
I won't get anything. I just won't get anything. Can't.
And who are you?
Brother Elias.
What do you do here?
What I can. I'm just trying to help the Skalitz locals as much as I can.
How long have you been helping here?
Since before the refugees arrived. It was much less crowded back then.
Quiet.
And what do you do here exactly?
Mainly, I help Brother Nicodemus. Occasionally, I keep watch at night in case someone takes a turn for the worse. Sometimes I have to hold a patient down or fetch and carry things.
Do you know anything about healing?
A little. I can manage the basics, but without Brother Nicodemus, I'd never be able to deal with the more difficult cases.
Thank you. I heard you had a fight with Fritz and Matthew.
Heathens.
So it was you they fought with?
Yes, it was me. And I hope I'll never have to see those wastrels again.
They deserve to be ousted, but the debt? How are they ever going to pay it?
I really don't care. Let them live in penury. Brutes.
Look, I can see you limping, and that's after a brawl with 2 wounded men. What state do you think you'd be in after a real fight with me?
You wouldn't.
Of course I would.
Please, no.
So, about that debt.
I'll fix things somehow. Farewell.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you looking for here? I won't put up with the likes of you. Damn! Christ!
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What are you doing here? Tired of life, are you?
Save your whining. I've not done with you yet.
Now, you're fucked.
Ow!
All right, you win.
No surrendering. You're finished. Ha!
Stop!
Go.
All right, enough.
Yeah! Surrender my arse. I'll slay you, you fucker. Yeah! Yeah! Ow! No, not a chance. Bugger! There'll be no quarter for you, you shit.
Enough.
Yeah.
All right, you win.
Fuck you, there'll be no surrender. Save your whining, I've not... God! There'll be...
Enough!
I'm over here. Think I'll make... Yeah! Yeah!
Good day to you. What do you need?
I need help with treatment.
And what's wrong with you?
Oh, nothing. But Philip from Skalitz is dying. He's lying in Sasau and won't last long.
Slowly now. What happened to him?
Nobody knows much. He's not wounded, but I heard he was hiding from the Cumans for days in a pile of carcasses.
The Lord have mercy. The living should never lie with the dead. His intestines must be purged, but even then he's in God's hands.
How do I clean his intestines?
It might surprise you, but you'll have to give him alcoholic spirits, the purest you can get your hands on. The best is distilled from Artemisia. It'll make him a bit delirious, but it'll help. I'll show you how to prepare it. God be with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
God bless.
Would you teach me?
Certainly.
I'd like to practice.
All right. Now.
Would you teach me?
Certainly.
I'm interested.
Wouldn't you rather learn the basic?
Well.
Farewell. Huh? Look out.
talk for a bit. I'll just give you a quick search. Come on.
What's going on?
Such are my...
Ugh.
Are you yanking my pizzle? Hand over all... Now you can enter.